Hey everyone, Samurai Kai here. Today I'm going to be watching the third episode of Ore Monogatari, also known as My Love Story. So, last episode we kind of ended off things with Goda and Yamato, is the names, right? Yes. Yeah, they made plans, kind of made plans to like hang out with just the two of them, right? Because in the episode we had like the three of them, including Suna, because we got Goda trying to ship that, but it seems like Yamato wants to go in a bit of a different direction, just spend time with Goda, and Goda interpreted that as wanting love advice, so we'll see how that goes. If the two characters go into this with kind of like different expectations, you can definitely have some silliness on that, some comedy, so let's jump into it and see exactly how that is handled, because just thinking about it is fairly amusing, so yeah, let's jump in. 3, 2, 1, Nice peaceful day. The birds are chirping. And that is a fish. Every time I see that shot, I want him to just like crush it with his monstrous strength. I mean, I know that's your interpretation. Yeah, then that happened. I definitely remember that. Pretty much recapping last episode, yeah. That's a thing. Without soda. Have we arrived? Okay, don't scare the dog. Okay, I guess he's ready. I could really just like cover the child as if she was in the danger. Just it's like an instinctual reaction, hear a loud sound. Yeah, just abruptly stop. Still a funnier shot of the opening. My blue Oni. Uh, yeah, you can tell the moment she spots him. Here I am. We would wait all day for you, don't worry about it. Yeah, he's just especially early. Probably not. Yeah, I mean, it's not your imagination. I agree with your assessment. Cake, sell it. I'm sure it's delicious. She just said what it was. I mean, she has to emphasize it. As expected. Yeah, this girl really is a keeper. She makes you delicious food. As happy as you eat it. Yes. I brought a beverage. Yeah, we don't have him this time, so she had to step up. Yeah, it was a mistake to bring up sooner. But he's not a... He's not you. I never doubted that. I mean, it's a little awkward because he's like trying to be considerate in his own way, but it's just... It's just flawed, you know? You deserve to be happy too, that's the thing. Okay, are you okay? Uh, yeah, you screwed up, man. Is that really what it is? Wow, you really did make her upset. Uh, you shouldn't have talked about. You shouldn't have talked about Suna, I guess. See, here's a blue honey. This is a good question. I don't fully get it myself. Maybe she just didn't like you talking about somebody else when you're on a date with her. Well, I mean, yeah. Wow, somebody actually said it. Wow. I think he just broke his mind. At least we're talking about this. I mean, you're an Ikemen, you know, you gotta... So you gotta be the one she likes. That's just pure logic. Yeah, he's cool, you know. Please do. I would appreciate it. They have a private chat. Okay, this is definitely interesting. This should explain why she was crying. Man, this girl. Yeah. uh, wow, this she's just like so pure. I don't know how to describe it. Uh, she's like I mean, that was a big thing, yeah. I definitely don't blame him for interpreting it that way. Okay. I can see that too. I mean, that's a little bit, yeah, much. I mean, can you process that? Yeah, so clearly that means he wants to marry her. Yeah, there's no way Yamato would do that, so. Uh, uh, yeah, she's a lot better than these girls. Like a world of difference. It's been a day full of revelations for this boy. Yeah, I mean, a lot of things make sense now. He truly is a great friend. Sure. Okay. Uh, yeah, where can you hide this man? She'll never find you. So did he hide somewhere else? Where could he possibly hide? For some reason, that sentence always makes me nervous to hear. So we're gonna find out why she cried. Well, why did you? I mean, that's just because of his own, you know. Yeah, I guess you would kind of take that as a subtle rejection, you know. Yeah, I definitely get that now. Like when you want to reject someone, don't want to just outright do it. You try to push them towards someone else, you know. You could definitely interpret it that way. If that, in fact, it probably would be the most reasonable way to interpret what he was doing. Really, 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 really. Yeah, make sure you can hear him. He can hear you. So, like, but we kind of already get a love confession in episode 3. This is almost could be interpreted as bullying. So, is he under the blanket or? Because I didn't see him under there. Is she sitting on him? No. Are we sure he's not a Titan? Yeah, how did I not see you under there? He did kind of make you walk into that. But yeah, at least everything's out in the open now. You know, we could have some end justify the means sort of thing here. But I mean, yeah, everything's pretty much out in the open, much sooner than I expected. So I'm curious how we're gonna move forward. I, okay, I mean, so we just go out now. Uh, the third wheel just kind of chilling. And we have like couples now. We had them by themselves before. Interesting symbolism there. We are happy. Thank you, Sunakawa-kun. I mean, he was kind of an MVP in making that happen, so yeah, definitely worthy of some gratitude. You can try to set him up. Yeah, but aren't you jealous of like the fish and the bird and stuff? But yeah, this really did happen much quicker than I expected. I'm still kind of processing that. How could you forget such an important thing? You're not familiar with this story? I thought all Japanese people were. It's really not a bad plan if you don't mind the self-sacrificing aspect of it. Those are some really convincing punches. I mean, I know it's a play, can't really hit him, but it just looks funny. Mission success. But anyone home? Just a letter. That would be pretty sus. And that is, yeah, pretty much the story. Are you, I was about to say, are you happy you heard it now? These two really were meant for each other. Sorry, the phone's ringing in the background. You probably hear that. Don't break it, please. Yamato just enjoying that beautiful friendship from in the background. Indeed. Such nice music and everything. Really building the atmosphere. Kind of getting chills. That really is almost the whole episode. Wow, that really zoomed by. I mean, there should still be a minute or two left, because yeah, there should be a little bit after credits. But wow, that was actually pretty beautiful near the end there. Part of me wants to complain about Otoko no Yujo being translated as bromance, and the other half of me thinks that's just a brilliant translation. I feel so conflicted. Okay, maybe it takes up so much of that bench. Yeah. Hello? He's just so intimidating when he does that leaning forward thing. I'm gonna space this takes up a good chunk of the screen real estate. Like, this man could scare small children really easily if he wanted to. That is way too close. There is no reason to be that close unless you're about to kiss someone. Or you're like a doctor, I guess. You get it. Boop! That had to have hurt. I bet it's on DS back there somewhere. The original, fat one. Yeah, that's kind of him. Also, that is a sister. You are the Omoshiroi Koto. Just laugh, that's what he does. I mean, it is amusing. Especially with, like, the wobbliness of it. My boyfriend. So I guess next episode we get to really see what, the beginnings of the relationship, how it goes. Because, yeah, we definitely took a big step forward in this episode. But, yeah, that was the third episode of Ore Monogatari, My Love Story. And next episode being My Boyfriend, right? So, yeah, that was a good episode. I like that. I really still am kind of processing that we took the step that we did this episode. Because I'm just so used to things being dragged out forever in any kind of, like, rom-com show. Right? That's just feels like the norm at this point. But to have, like, an actual confession, figuring out each other's feelings, like having that properly done just in an episode, right? Like, so much was just resolved and settled in this episode. It's kind of mind-blowing, really. And it was really also quite entertaining to watch. Just, she's insanely cute, as we've established, because a lot of times she'll, like, squeeze words out while having her eyes closed in that, cute anime, way. And, just as she kind of, like, shakes a little bit, It sounds weird when you describe it that way, but you know what I mean. Like, I love when she does that. We got a lot of that this episode. We had friggin' Suna, like, kept pushing her more and more to just let out those feelings, making sure our dense anime protagonist really gets through his skull. There's no like, what did you say? I didn't quite hear it. It was muffled under the blanket. None of that. Suna's probably seen a lot of that kind of stuff in his day, and wants to make sure none of that here. I want to make sure there's no room for mishearing or not hearing it correctly or anything. Just get it out as many times as you can, and then repeat it again after he actually gets out of the under the bed. I guess he was. I did not see him though. I don't understand how he hid, because we saw him before try to, and he was like clearly under there, but later on he was hidden in the darkness under there. I don't quite get that. I'm not gonna worry about it too much though. But he did kind of just come out like he's some kind of antagonist monster in some kind of monster show, right? He even had like steam around him. Like it really felt like a Titan from Attack on Titan. Like I really got those vibes. It may have been intentional. I don't know. But yeah, in that scene they were able to pretty much express and confirm each other's feelings. So really, really good stuff. And Suna just like being, main matchmaker, MVP of the scene, making it that'll happen. Before she even got there, he was making sure to like make things clear to our protagonist here. Like again, stuff that you could definitely drag over several episodes if you wanted to. He was just like, no. There's clearly some misunderstandings here. I've had enough of this. Gotta make sure he knows everything that's going on, everything we've talked about. And when he essentially responds but not really fully believing it, he took the necessary steps after that to make sure he gets it from the horse's mouth itself and was able to get it all resolved, right? So really impressive stuff. Just a notification. But yeah, so that was all good. And then we had like going back to the blue Oni, red Oni thing. I know that was brought up in episode 1. I don't remember if they told the whole story or not though, but we definitely got the the ending of it here, because the Yamato didn't know about the story, so he conveyed it to her, and since it is definitely a sad story, she cried as expected. But they were like so in sync during that scene. It was a great little scene. But yeah, I mean, Suna is a great friend. Like, he's done a lot to help him. Even, also revealed stuff about the old girls that he liked, and he just has a bad taste in women, which has finally been fixed with finding the unicorn here of Yamato. So definitely one of the best developments in his life. And also, yeah, he definitely has some issues with personal space. Getting a little bit too close for comfort. Generally people do not appreciate that sort of thing, but in his case it can be amusing if it's like his friends, right? But like if you go to buy something at your konbini and do that with a cashier, he may appreciate it less, but that's how it goes. But yeah, good episode. I'm definitely enjoying this show and definitely appreciating like seeing it move forward, like actual progress. It's all good to see. So hopefully you enjoy my reaction to it, and hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye-bye.